What's up, Rocket family? So today's video is all about Halloween DIYs using the Dollar Tree pool noodles. You gotta let me know your favorite DIY down in the comments. Mine is definitely the second DIY you're gonna see. Now let's begin. For our first project, I'm gonna be using black pool noodles from Dollar Tree as well as their black duct tape. I'm using 4 pool noodles. Each pool noodle I'm making 2 legs with by cutting the pool noodles in half. Then I take those halves and cut them in an angle. That way I can take these pieces and make them look more like a spider leg by using my duct tape to tape them together. Now for the body of this, I am going to be using these small balls that I got from Dollar Tree for the heads and these bigger balls I got at Walmart for $2.50 for the body. Grab your duct tape and cut a bunch of pieces, at least 3 inches long. You can go longer than that if you want to. You're going to use this to tape down the legs. You want to put at least 3 strips going down on the legs to the ball, and if you can do 4, do 4. It's just hard to do 4 on each one. You can't use hot glue to attach the legs on because the hot glue comes right off after it dries. You'll actually have to tape down the smaller pieces of tape, so put as much tape as you can down there. Any area that you can put it. You want it to be nice and secure. To attach the head to the body, use masking tape. I took this outside and spray painted this with a black spray paint. If you want to do something cheaper, you can always use an outside acrylic paint. I painted some red eyes on the front of my smaller ball, and then I did a little smiley face because I didn't want a creepy spider. I made another version of this, but this version I like better. This version, I got a dish drain mat from Dollar Tree, and I glued the pool noodles to the mat. I like this version better just because I felt like the legs were more secured on there. I just pick it up by the dish drain and I place it down on the ground. You can use something to tie it down into your ground, and then you could place the balls on top of that or glue them on top of the pool noodles. And that's how I made these giant spiders with Dollar Tree pool noodles. This is going to work best in fall and cooler temperatures, not humidity, because you do not want the masking tape glue to melt off. I purchased this Halloween decor from the store at home for $9.99, and afterward I was like, I can make this with a pool noodle. So I took a white pool noodle and I cut a bunch of pieces down. I then take a pen and I drew on the face. Basically try to make the same face as the home decor piece I got from at home. Then I used an X-Acto knife to cut out the areas of pool noodle that I do not want. On the bottom of each piece I'm making, I cut little slits so I can pretty much make legs out of the pool noodle. I also used a pool noodle to create hands. The way I did this was take a piece of pool noodle and slice it right down the middle, and then I just used my knife to just create the best I could a hand. I'm going to be gluing down my pool noodles to foam plates I got from Dollar Tree. So I put glue at the bottom where I cut those slits, and then I push it down onto the plate and I hold it in place as I wait for the glue to dry. And I pour more hot glue on each piece because I really want to make sure it's attached to the plate and it's not just going to come right off. Once that's glued down, I glue on the hands, and then I take the hot glue gun and start creating drips. It's basically supposed to be melting wax. That's what I think the thing I bought is. I think it's supposed to be a melting type of candle, but I ended up making one that looks like a tree too, because this ends up looking like a tree to me. The first few creatures I made, I tried to mimic what I had bought, so I used a cream color paint as the base color, and then I went in with white paint and white paint that I mixed with black paint to highlight and shade areas. I mainly shaded around the mouth and the eyes, and then where there are drips to really get it to stand out. And I just, I messed around with this to get the right amount of depth that I wanted, and also to get the look that I wanted. Like I said, these ended up looking like trees to me, so I decided to paint 2 pieces to look like trees. So I used brown tones to paint this. So I did a base color, and then I went in with some darker colors and lighter colors to highlight and shade. Out of 1 pool noodle, $1.25, I made 4 of these creatures. If you do not have glue, paint, or foam plates at home, you can buy this at Dollar Tree and it would still be less than the 1 creature I bought from at home, and they turned out so cool. I especially love the ones that I painted brown. You guys have seen me make Christmas lollipops out of pool noodles, but don't just use them for Christmas time. They are perfect for the Halloween season. For this project, I highly recommend getting long zip ties. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your hot glue gun, again on a low setting. I want to repeat this because if you use hot, it just melts the entire thing. And what you're going to do is you're going to start rolling your pool noodle to create a swirl shape that looks like a lollipop. As you glue and roll in your pool noodle, hold hold on tight. If you let go, it's gonna unravel on you. You gotta wait for the glue to dry, and that's where the zip ties come in real handy because you can put them around the pool noodle as the glue dries and it doesn't unravel on you, and you don't have to just sit there holding on to this for dear life. For my lollipop stick, I'm using a wooden dowel that I got from Walmart. You can always use the broom handles from Dollar Tree if you want to go with a Dollar Tree product. Then once the glue has completely dried, you can take the zip tie off. I took that black glitter foam that I had and I cut out pieces of a jack-o'-lantern's feature, so eyes, nose, and a mouth, and I'm going to be gluing this to my pool noodle. I want to say this, the bottom last piece of pool noodle that gets glued down, that one always just kind of seems to unravel. Don't worry about it because you can always cover it up. If you want to get a striped look to your lollipops, use a masking tape or a duct tape. Again, you can get something at Dollar Tree. I'm wrapping this white one around my pool noodle. Then I go ahead, I roll it in and glue it down. Zip tie it together, wait for the glue to dry, and this time around I'm doing a Frankenstein look, so I used black foam with some white foam and pink foam to cut out some features that I'm going to glue to the front of this lollipop. These are unique. This is not just the regular striped lollipops that I do during Christmas time. Then I'm going to make some bows. I just used some ribbon. Both ribbons I had gotten from Hobby Lobby. I just used what I had on hand. Dollar Tree does carry Halloween ribbon if you want to go that route. I just make basic bows. I'm not good at this. Now Dollar Tree has these candy corn picks. I bought some and took the candy corn off of the pick, then glued them to the front of the bow. And then I just glue the bows to my lollipops, and like I said, the bows are great for hiding that bottom area that kind of looks a little funny. You could put this inside of the house or outside of the house. I love these. These are my second favorite in this video, and you could put plastic wrap over this if you want to, especially if you live in an area where it tends to rain in the month of October. I didn't do that because I didn't want the sun bouncing off of that and then it doesn't look good on camera. Moving right along to our next project, I'm going to be using 3 pool noodles for this project, and I'm going to cut one of the pool noodles into 3 pieces that are the same length. I'm going to be attaching these pieces. I was using a wooden dowel from Dollar Tree at first to attach these pieces with some hot glue, but then I realized you can just get away with just hot glue. I wanted the pool noodles to be mainly black, so I went in with some black paint. I still wanted purple to be showing through, and then I wanted to age this up a bit, so I went in with some white paint and I dry brushed it on to get more of that ancient wooden look. I purchased some of these decorations from Dollar Tree. They had some small ghosts and pumpkins that I purchased, and then a bigger ghost. I'm going to be gluing these pieces to the ladder. So the smaller ones I glued to the steps of the ladder. As you glue them, you hold them as the glue dries, and then you can let go of them. If you let go too soon, they're gonna fall right off. The bigger pieces you can glue on just fine. You don't have to hold them into place. Now I purchased some black foam board from Dollar Tree. I wanted to cut out a B and 2 O's so that I can spell out boo and put that on top of the ladder. I painted the letters to get them to stand out, and that's how I made this ladder using the Dollar Tree pool noodles. It is so cute. You can use this outside. You just gotta make sure that you tie it down somehow, just because it's very lightweight. For this next DIY, you're going to take your pool noodle and cut it down into pieces that vary in height. You can have pieces that are similar, you can have pieces that are all different, just have different variations of height. I want a glittery look to my pool noodles. To achieve this, I am using this glitter foam that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I like this because you have the glitter look without all of the mess. So what I do is I take my pool noodles and I place them on top of the foam and trace out the height that I need, and then just cut that down to the height and width that I need. And I do this for every single pool noodle. Like I said, I like this because you don't end up having to use messy glitter and it ends up everywhere. I then just use a hot glue gun to glue my foam to the pool noodles. I'm also going to cut circles out of the glitter foam. I just take one end of the pool noodle, trace it on top of the foam, and then cut it out. I'm going to be using these LED tea lights from Dollar Tree. I place them on top of the pool noodle, and then I use my X-Acto knife to cut out some of the pool noodle so I can push these lights through there. I pushed the tea lights through the little circles that I had cut out. I don't want them to be glued down because I want to be able to lift the tea lights up to turn them on. This is when I then glue all of the pool noodles together. Like I said, they're supposed to be candles. So I start with the tallest in the back and then work my way down to the shortest one. I then am going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to create a dripping look at the top to make it look like melting wax. Now I only glue at the front of these little circle pieces at the top because again, you need to be able to turn on and off your lights. So I'm able to lift from the back to turn on and off my lights. I got these little spiders from Dollar Tree. 6 come in a pack for $1.25. I decided to glue those all around the candles. I made a set of these for Christmas time last year. They're just so easy to do and they're super cool. And you don't have to use the glitter if you want to. You can just go straight pool noodle. That's it. You can turn these candles into floating candles. What you'll need is a needle. I recommend getting a longer needle and a clear string. This is some jewelry string I got from Hobby Lobby. You can use fishing line, whatever. So what you're going to do is you're going to push the needle with the string through the pool noodle, then tie the ends of the string together. And these are going to hang off of some command hooks. So I'm using these metal command hooks. That's what they're going to be hanging off of. I attached the hooks to the ceiling with the adhesive they come with. And these hooks I got from Walmart. You can get them almost anywhere. I varied the length of all the strings that went through the pool noodles. That way there would be different heights to how they float. And that's it. Floating candles. We can't do a pool noodle video without making a wreath. The pool noodles are great for making bigger wreath forms because Dollar Tree doesn't carry big ones unless it's the wire ones, and those can be kind of rough to work with if you're working with anything other than tulle. So what you do is if you want to make the wreath even bigger, you can attach multiple pool noodles together by using some duct tape from Dollar Tree, and that's exactly what I did. I attached 2 together, but I did cut down one of the second pieces because I didn't want it too big. And then to decorate this, I'm going to be using some ornaments that I got from Dollar Tree. I did remove the top piece off of the ornaments because I didn't want them there, and then I used my hot glue gun on the low setting to start attaching my ornament to the wreath. I recommend using a mix of things from Dollar Tree. Don't use just ornaments. So I got these spiders from Dollar Tree, and these are really good for covering up spaces on the inside and outside of the wreath. And then I got these pumpkins and I used those as fillers, as well as the smaller ornaments from Dollar Tree. I just used 1 pack there as fillers to fill any little areas that really needed to be filled. When I make pool noodle wreaths, I don't always cover the back portion of the pool noodle because it's really not that visible and it costs more money to do that. So I mainly just focus on the front part of the wreath. To hang the wreath, I just push it through a command hook, and that's it. I love making pool noodle wreaths because the pool noodle is just a great wreath form. You can make it really big and it's really inexpensive to do. From the side profile, you can see what I'm talking about. There's no ornaments going on the back sides of the pool noodle wreath, I guess is the best way to put it. And that's because you don't see it. So I save money by not putting anything there. So that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, let me know down in the comments below your favorite DIY. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.